It took me days to watch this movie. It took me days to record a review for this movie. And what movie is this? Noelle. This is if you don't know what Noelle is, this is a Christmas movie that is a Disney Plus original. I'm gonna do a video on the High School Musical show and some of the other shows on there, and because I actually do want to talk about some of the stuff on there that's coming out, because there's not a lot of original content. I feel like it could be fun, but this movie I particularly wanted to watch, not because I'm like, this has potential, this could be good. It's because this movie was so bad that Disney had edited trailers, had posters, had this movie finished, and then they decided this movie is so terrible that we cannot release this in a theater. Disney, the company that's literally making the same movie again, putting it in a theater and calling that acceptable, is telling you that this film is that bad. This is probably just because Disney thought it wasn't going to make that much money, because really this movie probably wouldn't. It's not even good enough to be in a theater. It doesn't have a story that's like a theater worthy experience. I don't think this is worth the Lion King 2019. That's all I'm telling you, though. But point is, yeah, I wanted to see how bad this was. I wanted to see how bad this train wreck was. And was it that bad? Man, this movie's bad. So I'm gonna do this. You know how Black Nerd Comedy? Here's what he does. He talks about a movie. He just did a video about Charlie's Angels, the new movie, and he goes like through the whole plot, explaining everything. Because he's just like, hey, I just gotta talk about this movie. That's what I'm gonna kind of do for this movie. So here we go. This movie starts off with a flashback scene of like Noelle and her sister as kids, and her dad's Santa, and it's like from this point I was like, oh, this actually could go somewhere. This probably isn't gonna be as bad as I thought it was. And then the moment she opened her mouth, and after the dad announced that her brother was eventually gonna be Santa one day, and she goes, with my brother being Santa, what's my purpose? I knew exactly by the end of this movie. By the way, this is going to have spoilers. She was going to be Santa. It was just so obvious. So fast forward later, 6 months ago, her dad died, Santa. And now her brother is supposed to be Santa. And everyone's pressuring him, yelling at him like, hey, you got to do this, this, this. He clearly doesn't want to do it. Nobody's listening to him. So after a talk with his sister Noelle, she's like, you should go out and get a break. Go for the weekend, then come back. So he goes on a break for the weekend. Keep in mind, this is what she said. And everyone's freaking out. He's missing. Oh my gosh, how dare they? And it's all Noelle's fault. Everybody hates Noelle. And they have a council meeting, and they're like, okay, well, look, since we don't have her brother and Christmas is in a few days, Gabe will be, not Gabe, whatever the cousin's name is, who's like the tech guy. He's like, you're gonna be Santa because it has to be a male, it can't be a girl. And, again, pretty obvious that she's gonna be female Santa by the end of this movie. Anyways, so Noelle is like, crap, I gotta go find my brother. So she goes with her, with the elf named Polly, and they go out, and they go on an adventure to save her brother, wherever he is. So at this point in the movie, it's kind of like Elf. It's a little bit like Elf with the fish out of water crap. It's really poorly done. A lot of this movie is Disney Channel original acting, if not a little bit worse. Anna Kendrick is not doing a bad job. She's just trying way, way, way too hard. And I felt bad for her in this movie. I'm like, you're trying too hard for how stupid this movie is. She wasn't given a good performance, though. She was trying too hard. And so it, like, So she's out there going around like, yeah, Santa. And she's looking for her brother, and she's running into people. And, she discovers his family that has where the dad has a divorced son, and she tries to help her find her brother, and, basically a bunch of people that she's gonna help, but and save Christmas. And by the end of the movie, that's just what's gonna happen. This is a very predictable, sad, trash movie, and the pet coworker in this movie is irritating. Like, he'll come in, he'll say something like, "That's a great idea that you had, because Noelle will help this one lady out," and she clearly likes him, and it's just like, oh, what the hell is this? And well, the movie just, so they find him, and he's like, "Look, I like this," and everyone's not listening to Noelle this whole time, but basically Noelle's like, whoa, bro, we gotta go save Christmas. He goes back with her through some very odd negotiation. I don't even know really how to explain it. It's just so weird and bizarre. I don't know why they wrote it that way. And so he comes back, saves Santa, and they go out. They're like, okay, look. And then her brother's like, look, my sister needs to be Santa. And like, okay, I get it. He's being pressured. He doesn't want to do this. He wasn't meant to do this. I get that. I get it. But nobody apologizes for him, realizes, hey, they were wrong. Nobody apologized to Noelle for nobody listening. And at the end of the day, Gabe is just flaking responsibility. It's probably not because he thought his sister could do it the whole time. It's probably because that character literally just decided, screw that. And by the way, the cousin the whole time who's being Santa decides that there's only 1,000, 2,000 nice kids in the whole world, and like sends emails telling kids that they're not getting gifts because they bite their fingernails and crap like that. This movie's weird. And it goes on and on and on. It feels really long. It's so boring. And so she's Santa. She goes out, helps people, and then everyone realizes, yeah, they were wrong. And Gabe said he liked the weather and said he liked, teaching yoga, which is kind of what he was doing. I don't get where that came from, though. Like, what made him choose yoga? I don't know. And he literally opened a whole place. I don't know how any of that works. But, yeah. And so they opened one at North Pole, which is kind of like, didn't he say, like, the weather? The weather that's not at the North Pole where it's freezing. So, and yoga is kind of useless if you have like really cold weather. This movie is so stupid. It's so boring, stupid, predictable. Don't watch it. And I'm sorry if you were mad that I spoiled this movie for you, but it does not matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Yeah. This is the worst movie I've seen all year, actually. That's no exaggeration. This is the worst. Lion King 2019 is pretty bad. That's going to be my number one if I ever make a list, which I don't think I will. I don't know. I should make a list, actually. That'd be nice. I don't know what I would actually put on that list, though, besides Lion King, Noelle, and Lady and the Tramp. Honestly, just number one would be any Disney live action remake. Like, just everyone that came out, even though I haven't seen all of them. I mean, I didn't watch that Lady and the Tramp one that just came out. Let me know if you want me to do the video on that, because I probably will anyways. But yeah, there's just so much stuff I don't want to do right now on Disney Plus. We'll see. Disney Plus is getting a lot of good buzz, but honestly, there isn't that much content, and that kind of annoys me a little bit. I'm like, well, yeah, but there's not that much content. So yeah, it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad.